What's up, guys? Jelani here. Welcome to my explanation of the subway model, okay? I created this for you, right? Because if you've never done marketing before, if you never sold anything online before, it can be kind of confusing on how you can get those people that you want to buy, right? And what really happens is you take them on a sales funnel, and that means that you're taking them on a, I guess, journey or kind of a sequence. So, it kind of looks like this. If you saw an image of it, I'll probably post an image in the slide, but it kind of looks like this where it's a triangle and it's going downward, right? At the top, there's a lot of people, and as you go down, it starts to shrink, right? It starts to kind of get skinnier, narrow, right? So that's what a sales funnel is. At first, a lot of people say they're interested. A lot of people say that they are, wanting to buy, and that's the first stop on our subway. So the best way to me to explain this to someone who has never done marketing, has never sold anything online, is to kind of give them an idea of a subway, right? So when you're on your first stop on a subway, like the beginning, there's a lot of people. There's people who want to go to the last stop. There's people who want to go in the middle. There's people who just want to get off at the next stop, the second stop. So that is what, ideally what a sales funnel is just different people in a different sequence do different things, right? So on our first stop, we have to conduct the people to try to get them to the next stop if they want to get off. If they don't want to get off, we have to conduct and get them to the last stop, or to the third stop, or the fourth stop. You know what I mean? So we have to be the best conductor that we want to be. Okay? Does that make sense? So what happens? Right? Our first stop is ad exposure. We show them the ad on Facebook. We show them our product, our offer. We show it to them, and we hope that they will give us a positive reaction to that offer, right? And if they do, meaning that they are saying they want it, they're tagging their friends, they're saying, I need this right now, then that person will want to go to the next stop, right? They want to stay on the train and proceed to see where this journey is going to go. Maybe they're adventurous today and they just want to ride the train to the last stop. And in our case, our last stop is the purchase, right? So let's just say that we have a person. We're going to name this person Tim. Okay, so Tim is having a great day. He just got a promotion and he has a little extra money in his bank, and he wants to take an adventure. So he hops on our subway. Okay, he sees our ad, which is the first stop. He's like, all right, I like this product. Let's just say it's a motorcycle car, like a controllable car, like one of those little gas cars, right? So he sees the gas car as an ad, and he's like, you know what? I've always wanted a gas car. So let me click on this link. And in our ad, there's going to be a link, right? So Tim is now staying on the train so he can go to the next stop to see what the next stop is. He's feeling adventurous. So he hits the next stop, which is the link. He clicks the link, and he's brought to a website, or he's brought to a funnel in our case, and he sees the product there, and he's like, okay, I see that it's high powered, it takes gas, it's made from durable products or materials, the product is of high quality. He likes what he sees. Tim likes what he sees. He has a little extra money to spend, so you know what, he's like, I'm going to stay on this train. I want to see where this train is going to take me, okay? And now he's like, all right, I'm going to stay to the third stop. Now, at this point, Tim is now becoming a lead, okay? Because now Tim has put in his information to get the price as far as our funnel goes, because you have to put in your email address before you get the price. So now Tim has put in his email address. So we have his email address now. Just because Tim wanted to see more information, we have his email address, and that is super critical because now we have a person of contact that we can reach at a later point to sell to, okay? And that is huge for us, okay? Because emails are money makers, all right? Emails make so much money on the back end, it's not even funny, okay? So now that we have Tim in our email sequence or in our train, and he's going to the third stop, Tim now wants to see the fourth stop, right? He's like, all right, I see that this high-powered, controllable car, gas car, I like it. I want to have fun with it on the weekends. I just got a job. I have extra money. Let me see what the price is. And now Tim is like, I can afford this, right? Tim's like, I'm going to stay on. I'm going to stay on to put in my credit card information, all right, guys? And this is important. This is what we would call an add to cart if we were on Shopify. And don't worry about that if you don't know what it means. But now Tim has added essentially the product to his shopping cart. Tim really wants this car, right? So what if Tim gets a phone call and Tim's wife is on the phone and his wife says, Tim, I just broke my ankle. Tim is not thinking about the car anymore, right? So what we call that an abandoned cart. Tim leaves the website, he gets off the train, and he rushes home because he knows his wife is in need of his help, right? However, what if Tim doesn't get that call and he wants to stay on the train and go to the last stop? The last stop in this sequence would be purchase. Tim didn't get the phone call from his wife. Maybe he got a call, but it wasn't something of urgent need, and he stayed on the train, and he's now going to purchase this car, okay? This is so powerful because now we have Tim's email address as a lead, we have Tim's data for Facebook, and we have Tim's money now at this point, and we can use Tim again. We can always use Tim, and these customers are so valuable. Your purchasers, your people who stay on the train to the last stop are super, super critical, super, super important, because if you can get someone to buy once on your funnel or your store, you can get them to buy again. You can get them to buy again and again, as long as you provide great service. And if Tim has a question and you provide that customer service that's excellent, it's out of this world customer service, your branding is great, you can get Tim to buy again. And that's super important that we get as many people to stay on our subway, stay on our sales funnel to the last stop, to the last sequence, which is the purchase, okay? So now if we think about the sales funnel now, Tim is probably one of two people on the train, okay? And as sales funnels, as subways go on, less and less people are on that, okay? And we have to understand that it's natural for a lot of people to say they're interested in something and not continue with the purchase or not continue with clicking on the link. Some people take longer to make decisions. Some people take longer to make purchasing decisions. And we have other things in our arsenal or in our toolbox, our marketing toolbox, like abandoned checkout email sequences that we're going to talk about, and we have retargeting sequences that we're going to talk about. So we have some things in place that we can get that person who may have said they were interested in the first stop to get them to buy again, right? So it's okay if you see your numbers are lower, like if you saw in the bonus review of my funnel review, you saw that opt-ins were 52%, but you saw the purchases conversion rates were only 7.5%. And that's super natural. That's super okay. But we have to understand that 52% of opt-ins, those 52% of people who stayed on the train to get to the third stop, which is leads, who put in their email address, we can use them. That is money in the bank. That is money that we can make later on. We can send them emails for new products. We can send them emails for affiliate offers. We can send them emails just to say, hey, I just want to check in on you. Like, how are you doing? Show them that we care about them as a brand. Show them that we want them to be customers in the future just because they're not customers at the first go. So that is why it is important. Each step is important, just because it goes down. It doesn't mean that those people are less important at the top, because we can use them and we can use their data for later. Okay. So yes, people are going to get off earlier, and not everyone's going to stay on the train to the purchase sequence like Tim did. But you have to understand that every sequence is just as important as the last, and we can use those people to buy later. Okay. We can always get someone to buy later. And it's super important that we understand that, because a lot of people get discouraged and they're like, oh man, like I had so many people on this ad, like they were commenting, they want this, and I just couldn't make the sales. I don't understand what's going on. And Yes, it's natural. We're not selling to robots. We're selling to human beings, and some people are just not ready to purchase. Some people take longer to make decisions. Some people have things occur in their life, like Tim's wife calling saying she broke her ankle and he had to immediately get off the train, right? There's things that happen. However, we can't let that deter us from what we're doing. We have to keep going. We have to put in those abandoned cart email sequences, hit those people with email sequences saying, hey, you've forgotten something in your cart. You might want to check this out before it sells out. We want to retarget those people with discount codes and saying, hey, like we saw that you like this product. How about a discount code? How about 10% off here? You know? So that is the Subway model in a nutshell. That's what we're going to be doing. And it makes sense, right? More people see it at the top, less people buy, but that's okay. So I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do those retargeting sequences, how to do the email sequences for abandoned carts. So don't worry about that if you don't know what I'm talking about, but I have to lay down the foundation so you kind of get a gist of how things are going to work. At first, you may see a lot of people interested and you may not see a lot of sales, but that doesn't mean that people won't buy, okay? So follow me into the next video, guys, and I hope this made sense. If it didn't make sense, guys, message me and I'll try to explain it the best I can. Skype me, you know, if you have any questions, don't hesitate, because the only questions that are dumb are the ones that are not asked, okay? That's it for today, guys. Tomorrow there'll be a new video, so if you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe and hit that alert button so you know when that video drops. I know you probably want more information, but I want to take it really step by step and slow so you guys understand what I'm talking about. So if you want to see that video, subscribe, hit the alert button. I can't wait to see you there.